latch shut. Tells you like the hood's ajar, hood open,
Yeah.
something to that message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had somebody ignore that and then wonder why the hood flew up and smashed the windshield in.
Wow. I mean, I guess thankfully they didn't get hurt, but that's pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah. That was my morning, all before 8 a.m. Good thing about days like that, they can only go up.
That's normally true.
You know? And they definitely went up, and they're going upper, because here we are, ready to do this thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shedtime Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Shedtime Podcast. Still can't figure out why the sound effects aren't playing through my audio that I'm listening to, but are playing through my speakers. I'll have to figure that out later. But anyway, yeah, after that craziness, it's all about getting stoned today, boys. I got my hands, went back and dug into the Runts garlic breath that I grew, because I haven't had it now in months. God, I forgot how tasty and dank this strain is.
Dude, I'm back on the good old good GMO cookies, of course. Never a complaint from me when I'm rocking that.
Yeah, I've got some that I'm about to put in the volcano, some sweet and sour, Sean, which is a GMO crossed with Skittles number 314.
I'm into that. Skittles and GMO. Yeah, I'm into that.
Ooh. That shit smells crazy. Sweet, yet funky. Yep, that's going in there.
It's a lot of what I like about this strain. It's sweet from the Runts, but it's got that funk and umami from the garlic breath that, like, it's just a good combo. It almost reminds me of like a good bacon jam. You get some good garlic.
I've never liked that. Do you know that? Like, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, that's so gross, but it's just interesting enough that I kind of wanted to try it, and I didn't buy it. And then I was like at a friend's house, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like, dude, you want to try some bacon jam? And I was like, sure, like whatever you have it on, like I'll have it on that. He's like, I normally have it on like a tea biscuit. So I was like, okay. And I had it, and like it wasn't disgusting, but I was like, I'm cool with that being the time that I eat it in my life. You know what I mean? Like I didn't hate it, but I think at no point I've ever desired to try it again.
I don't see it being something I would use it in that application. Like bacon jam for me, I'd put that on like a cheeseburger, or like top a little bit of mac and cheese with some bacon jam on there, so that way it kind of blends as I'm eating it. It's like an accessory.
He put it with there's cheese on it, like a little bit of sharp cheddar, and then the bacon jam on a tea biscuit.
Yeah, I wouldn't personally think to do it that way. I would normally have it warm, in something warm at least, not just kind of like a room temperature tapas charcuterie approach. Of course, like the other thing with that too is that depending on who makes it, right? Like anything else.
Like, yeah, this is like homemade by a relative of his. I don't remember who.
Like I've had some really good ones places, and I've had some really not so good ones. But I guess you really do have to like a lot of onion, because it's really just a whole bunch of caramelized onion and bacon, usually brown sugar, oftentimes some garlic. Like All of those things on a burger are just winning for me. So
I don't know about bacon jam, dude, but I'm down with boysenberry butter. If you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
I've got a jar just sitting in my pantry that I'm savoring because I don't know when the next time I'm going to be going to Knott's Berry Farm is.
I do love like a good apple butter or something like that. Boysenberry
Oh, we got
butter's
some of that
gonna be
out there too,
silly.
Sean.
See, I don't like apple butter either.
It's like spreading apple pie filling. That on a piece of toast is glorious, or inside of a nice warm biscuit.
Yeah, I don't really like it. I'll have maple butter.
I fuck with some maple butter too. Of course, I guess the difference here, right? Maple butter is made with butter. I don't know how much actual butter is in apple butter.
None.
You know? It's basically just a thicker applesauce.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's another one of those things I don't know if I've ever had a store-bought version. At most, it would have been like something that somebody bought from like a country market or homemade.
I just had some homemade. I guess the best way to describe it is like a wild berry jam. My wife's friend's mother-in-law makes it. And she basically she makes jam out of whatever fruit she has available at that time. And I kid you not, when I smell this, it smells like some wild berry candy, and I can't figure it out yet. But as soon as I do, it's going to be one of those crazy eureka moments because I smelled it. I just put it on some sourdough English muffins and tried it tonight, and it tastes just like something super familiar to me. Like I'm gonna have to go on a wild berry candy spree here soon and see if I can identify what this damn flavor is.
I mean, I'm always down to have Wildberry Skittles.
Fuck yeah, dude. They're the best.
Mm-hmm.
The green one's my favorite.
I'm a big classic Skittles fan myself.
I think that's like my third favorite.
So like I would do a classic bag, and then I would probably take the tropical second.
That is we're the same on the seconds.
I would
Tropical
put
is my
wild berry in
favorite
the third.
second. Because I think that tropical has like two flavors in tropical are better than the top two flavors in wildberry. But the top one in wildberry is so good that it doesn't matter. But everything else in the wildberry is better than the third and the fourth and the fifth flavors of tropical for me. So that's what makes tropical number 2, but wildberry number 1. Skittles original, the only one that really hits hard for me is green.
And of course, we mean the classic.
Is that before
line.
or after they changed it to
No, I'm
apple?
talking about the line.
Yeah, the apple ones suck.
No, they're horrible.
In genuine still curiosity, I'd love to know who the idiot in the boardroom was that had the idea like, hey, we should just ruin our candy and change the green flavor to green apple. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It was met with like immediate resistance, and nobody ever stopped resisting. We never wanted the apple.
I wonder if they saw a significant drop in sales of the original flavor once they did that, and that's why they ultimately brought it back.
But dude,
the sales are
they
probably
took
so
a
bad.
long time to bring it back, though.
Yeah, like fuck.
So like they're
10
just
years.
really bad at business. If like it took them that long because of that.
Hey, I will say though, they did jump on the fucking freeze dried shit pretty quick.
Well, I mean,
It took them like 3 years. That's not that bad.
They were riding that whole green apple fad. Because let's face it, there was that weird period when that happened that like everybody.
Dude,
was
it was
dropping
whenever the
some
the caramel apple suckers became popular, all of a sudden fucking green apple flavor started popping up everywhere, I feel.
Dude,
Yeah,
honestly, I was gonna attribute it to fucking Jones Soda.
That I think. Well, I think these
Yeah.
are all part
Jones
of that
Soda,
same.
dude, they came out and like that green apple was fucking huge, and I hated it. But I had friends that loved it. It was
I
the
don't like it
Nickelback's
either.
theory. Like I don't believe anyone likes it, and it's horrible. But there are people out there that definitely do, and that was the same thing for the fucking green apple fucking Jones Soda. Because I couldn't believe it. I remember thinking like, who buys green apple and bubble gum? Those are the two flavors that make no sense for me. They're so bad.
Dude, I don't even remember. I never got Jones Soda that much growing up as a kid because that shit was fucking expensive. And my mom would never buy it. And the only time I would get it is if I goes out with like my cousins or something like that or something. Because like I had older cousins that would like pick us up for the weekend and like just take us. And just we'd spend the weekend at their house and shit.
Yeah.
So like every now and then, like we get like some special treats and shit where we're out with them. And that's when I remember getting Jones Soda for like the first few times.
I've
And
never had a Jones Soda in my life.
Oh, really? Jones Soda is like they have a few flavors that are like really fucking good. Like
I can't
it's like
even
a
remember
solid choice.
I know they have like a bunch of wild variety. Like
Oh, I'm talking
familiar,
about like classics.
but like
Like
they
Jones
even got
Cream
weird
Soda,
flavored shit.
their
yeah,
root beer. Both of those are really good.
like
But
I
like
know that there's a
green
ton of stuff you
apples,
could pick
horrible.
from,
Ugh.
but like I've never once like for some reason, and I think it's funny. Clearly, I am not the person they're trying to market towards because I look at their packaging and I go, meh. It's the whole minimalist marketing approach that they have. My eye gravitates towards those like the Eli's and those weirder like the IBC old fashioned style art, and I'm like, ooh, if I'm gonna buy fancy soda, I'm gonna buy you, and I'll get one of those instead.
Oh, really? See, like that's so weird because I remember when Jones Soda first came out, it like caught my eye like crazy. And every time I'd walk by a cooler, it'd be like the first thing that my eyes would look at, unless I knew that I was going for one specific pop. And
Like I don't.
like lots of times I would be looking for like craft root beer, we'll call it. And so I'd be in the glass bottle section, or I used to love Clearly Canadian also. And so I would just be like in that section. And dude, I'd say like at least like 1 in 4 times I would end up getting a Jones soda just because it would catch my eye and I'd be like, you know what, fuck yeah, yeah. And
I
because everything had like all the it was photographs.
yeah.
And like it was like stories and like to me that you know me, bro. I fucking love interesting shit and like learning new facts about dumb shit nobody cares about. So like I fucking loved Jones Soda partly for that.
And I don't know that I've ever even recognized it being in like a gas station cooler or anything like that. Like the only time I can immediately think of is when I'm in that aisle in a supermarket or whatever that has the the specialty soda section, and then I'm looking at those different brands, the Virgils, the Eli's, and then Jones is in there, and that's when I see him, and I'm like,
Well,
my
at gas
eyes,
stations, can you get IBC root beer, Sean?
um,
Maybe some. Maybe.
I assume some do, yeah. Like I think it's like
I feel like that's like Jones Soda is the same because like I don't see it in many gas stations, but I will see it in like a convenience store, the grocery store, fucking the movie store back in the day. Like they used to have Jones Soda. Like that'd be like one of the things you could take home with candy, whatever.
in the vein of those like impulse coolers. It bugs the shit out of me lately that like a lot of the places I go to have just slowly allowed certain brands to over creep. Like right now, most of the places I go, it's an entire cooler of just Red Bull. Like a full like what's that? Probably 7 foot tall door. All just Red Bull, and I'm like, holy crap. For one brand. And then Monster's got like the whole half of the next door. sometimes the whole door. I'm like, this is wild.
It's marketing though too, bro, because I'll have marketing teams that will literally come in and be like, hey, so we want you to sell this much of our product. We'll give you this much of a deal, but we'll give you that deal only if you give us our own, you know, like case or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
like we
it's
can put
only
a
in
fucking
this
giant
specific
Red
thing.
Bull
It's
fridge.
either that or in this door in your fucking walk-in, this one is dedicated strictly to our product.
100%. I mean,
And then that's how they make their deals, and it's 100% a thing, dude.
100%. When I managed gas stations, that's exactly what it was. Is, you know, the vendor bought the space, they filled it themselves. You know, they maintained their own stock. That's how a lot of those brands work. It's just
So like how a lot of these big
crazy.
seltzer companies are coming up nowadays, is they're having their sales reps going in and talking to these shops and, you know, being like, well, hey, how much did you sell it this time? Well, hey, if you know, maybe if you move it up in the store or you move it up in the display, or, you know, we give it its own display, you'll be able to move more cases of it and this and that. And, you know,
Yeah, it's like, what were you paying on the last case?
Yeah,
It's
okay,
like, well,
well-
knock 10% if you fucking move it. Maybe your
yeah, well,
numbers
not
bump up.
10%, and we'll give you this fucking display case to maybe help you move some more fucking product and this and that. Like I watched this one where they come in and they're like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "Man, it's fucking terrible, man." He's like, "I can't sell any of your shit." And he's like, totally like being fucking like a dick to these guys. And then all of a sudden the camera pans to him and he's just got a big old smile on his face. And then they start talking. He's like, bro, he's like, honestly, dude, he's like, I'm selling the shit out of this stuff, bro. But like when they first come in, he's like, oh, fuck you, dude. I can't fucking move this shit. It's just fucking piled up back there. What the fuck? And then they come in and start talking numbers. He's like, oh, bro, honestly, he's like, last week I moved like 52 cases of the shit. And the dude's like, damn, dude, it seems to be moving. He's like, oh, yeah, dude, this shit's fucking flying off the shelves. But there's this funny, like when he first came in, he's like, bro, this shit's fucking terrible, bro. I can't sell nothing.
See, I bring all this up because I know this. My local spot has got a dew specific cooler. Just all the dew. Somebody needs to get on them about getting the variety up again. Because there's plenty of dews they have access to. And I need some new ones. Speaking of, it's about to be a new Walmart exclusive to replace Frostbite.
Frostbite wasn't good anyway.
I agree. It was one of the most
mediocre
meh
at
ones.
best.
Yeah, meh ones I've had in a while. Let me pull this up here again so I can get the exact.
It was a weird culotta thing it had going with it. Did you ever you obviously you tried it, Sean, but it was one of those things where you drank it and even if it wasn't cold, it had a cold feel, like it had like a little drop of like some culotta or menthol in it, and I think that was the whole frostbite sales point.
The fuck?
It was weird, dude.
Yeah, I probably would not have liked that.
At least that's what from what I remember. I only tried it the one time, and after that, I was like, never buying this shit again.
Well,
And I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
Hit
that's
us with this, Sean. When's it coming? What is it?
Even the gimmick for Frostbite is, you know, a whole cool flavor. But yeah, you ready for this? Gentlemen, feast your eyes. Mountain Dew Dragon Fruit.
Oh, what?
that might be really good.
Why can't it be
June.
coming in April, like April fucking 2nd or something? I'm gonna be in America then. I'm not guaranteed to get that.
That might be really good.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued by Dragon Fruit.
Because
So
if you guys know
that's-
me, I'm a dragon fruit fan. I like dragon fruit flavors, you know. Obviously, you know, deep cuts dragon shake, dragon fruit milkshake, delicious flavor. The dragon fruit vitamin water is one of my all-time favorites.
Classic.
One of the very first liquids I used to vape was like a citrus dragon fruit situation that fucking helped me kick the stinkies. So yeah, definitely in.
I don't mind dragon fruit. I don't search it out. But when I have it, I'm like, oh, that's not bad. I don't like dragon shake though.
Does dragon fruit give you guys a strawberry-esque flavor?
I'm not sure if it does or because it's so commonly paired, it's like you think it's there anyways.
Or maybe they use strawberry flavoring with it to enhance it, maybe.
Yeah, like it seems to be a really common pair with dragon fruit strawberry.
Because I always feel like, well, Dragon Shake specifically tastes like a strawberry milkshake to me. With it, obviously, with the hint of dragon fruit, but I feel like it's more strawberry, and I think that's why I like it because I love strawberry milkshakes, dude. Like that's my fucking jam. And
Did you ever try Milk of the Poppy?
No.
Okay, because like a lot of people just said it tasted like strawberries and cream.
See, that's different.
I got
strawberries and cream.
Dragon fruit,
is different from a strawberry milkshake.
No, I know that, but I'm just curious. Like
it gives me In-N-Out strawberry milkshake vibes. Well, obviously, dragon fruit too, but I was just curious because that's something that certain dragon fruit flavors kind of give me strawberry-esque vibes. It's not full strawberry, but I get like the vibe of strawberry, sort of.
I haven't had the dragon shake in a long while now. I'm overdue. But as I think about it, what I find interesting is that it's as I vape it, I have moments where I forget it's dragon fruit that I'm tasting. And it doesn't remind me of strawberry as much as strawberry flavored things.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Like,
I'm not talking about
not
natural strawberry.
Fruit strawberry, but like a strawberry flavored something, like something.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm saying it tastes like a strawberry milkshake, because strawberry milkshakes don't taste like actual strawberry. They taste like, artificial strawberry majority of the time.
Yeah,
interesting.
I kind of get what you're saying, because like as I go into vaping it, like at the beginning, it's that strong punch.
Like if someone handed it to me and didn't tell me it was dragon fruit, I would think it was strawberry or strawberry something.
I think it would depend on how fresh of the bottle for me. Like I always find it's still got that tartness of dragon fruit up front at the early stage of the bottle. And then as it kind of continues to oxidize from being open for like a day or two, and it gets deeper, more broken into the cotton and all that, that's when I get this like that sharpness rounds off, and it does get to that like almost, is that a strawberry milkshake?
Dude, it's crazy because dragon fruit's one of those flavors that like I enjoy, but yet I have never had the actual fruit.
Same
goes for like guava, papaya, all those like really crazy tropical type fruits.
Papaya is really nice. I've had dried papaya. I've never had fresh. Guava, I've had what's called guava paste, which is basically actual guava and like sugar just ground together until it creates a paste. And it's
passion fruit's another one. Never had a passion fruit.
I've had like passion fruit vapes, but I've never ate a passion fruit, like a real, actual physical fruit.
I've never eaten fresh mango, but I've eaten a shit load of dried mango.
I've had fresh mango a few times.
I've had fresh mango, but actually, sorry, I take that back. I've had frozen mango that was thawed. So it's kind of...
You still had mango.
Yeah. It's not bad. For me, it's the consistency. It's like
honestly, tell me why. As soon as I was hearing you talk about it, I was like, he's going to say it's a consistency thing.
Because I'm picky with a lot of shit. That there's certain things I've talked about or experienced where I won't eat it because of the consistency. But dried mango is not the same. So I will eat some dried mango. Like I'm not like a huge
dried mango is almost like just a gummy.
Exactly.
They kind of are. They're like natural gummies.
Yeah.
Dude, but a little bit of some fucking tahini on them, bro. Yeah,
but mango flavored shit I like, and honestly, like some passion fruit flavor shit I like. Like I always thought the fucking juicy fruit tasted good.
That's Jeffrey.
Before I even knew. Or sorry, there's something. What is it? Oh, I don't remember. We'll pretend that I said it and it like totally made sense and pulled my point fully together. But I've tried
There's
passion
something
fruit.
you liked, and then you were like, "Oh, that's what that flavor is."
Yes, it was like I didn't know that I'd even tried it, and then I tried it, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? This is fucking passion fruit." And I've ate this forever, but I never knew that it was fucking passion fruit. Could even been like a drink that I drank as a kid. I don't fucking remember now. I fuck with Fruitopia. Like, I know that it hasn't been around in America for a long time, but
Dude,
there's like a strawberry passion fruit awareness or something like that,
yes.
and it's honestly a pretty good like
God
juice, pretty good
damn.
drink. But honestly,
Right,
all
like
Fruitopias are
flashback.
really good.
I haven't had just like a punch or like a fruit juice in a while, bro.
Dude, do yourself a favor and have one. Why not? Get nostalgic over it.
Like I'm just thinking about like,
Grab a Five Alive.
well, dude, not only that, but I'm thinking like the last time I can't even remember the last time I had an Arizona iced tea.
That's appalling.
Yeah.
He said,
Like,
"That's
I can't pull
appalling."
any punches on that, bro. Like, I'm honestly.
I mean, like
offended a
in the
little bit.
can, like I obviously have gotten like the green tea and like the jug or like the sweet tea and like the jug, but I mean like some of like the more like
Like describing
specialty
like a mango
flavors
madness.
that are like a
Oh.
golden bear, bro. They're fucking strawberry lemonade.
Which
Yeah.
both of these you can get in gallon jugs as well for those of you who are addicts of them.
The only ones I ever see at my grocery store are the lemon tea, the iced tea, the sweet tea, and the green tea. Those are the only ones that I can.
Oh,
find.
really? We can get raspberry.
Maybe the fruit punch.
Oh, you can get the
but anyway.
raspberry up here in that.
Yeah, maybe raspberry even on too. But you're not gonna see like the Arnold Palmer or like the like especially the pink lemonade Arnold Palmer. You can't even barely just find that in a can hardly anymore.
That one's tough to come by.
That
But
was
every
my
now and then,
favorite, dude.
like I do see it every now and then. Like this is one of those, I guess, benefits of my shopping in a Walmart, right? Like those classy fine folks who design Walmart layouts decided like we're gonna put it where it belongs. So if you're in the juice aisle, just amongst your normal fruit juices, there's like a whole row of all the juice flavored Arizonas. So it's like you got a whole double row going straight back on a shelf.
Dude, I used to fuck so hard with the fucking grape. I like the
never liked the
grape.
grape aid.
I like the fucking strawberry kiwi.
The strawberry kiwi I used to smack quite a bit. The fruit punch out.
The watermelon one, even, bro.
The
and like,
watermelon one was pretty good.
But I liked it.
The lemon tea is still.
I like the lemon tea.
That's like number one for me. It's like you can't fail.
Classic.
It's classic, like always. Yep. Green tea with honey is good.
Their raspberry iced tea.
The raspberry one's pretty good too.
I like it. I fuck with it.
Was never a peach fan. The mango madness is pretty fire too, like Sean was talking about. That one is pretty fire. Like I said, the pink lemonade one they had, the Arnold Palmer one they had, the recovery one.
Whoever fucked with the prescription energy one they did?
That's what I. That's.
Oh no, I never. Yeah, I never.
It was like the green tea with honey and extra ginseng or something, wasn't it?
No. This one was mango juice, and I think black tea, if I remember correctly. I haven't had. No, it can't be black tea. It would be darker, so it must be green tea. But yeah, fire, because it's like 10% juice. Because they actually use like real mango puree and real mango juice in the process. And so you got like a nice little caffeine kick from this like.
Did you ever try any of the Shack sodas?
I've never seen
they were like
anywhere.
Too lightly bubbles.
Dude, they were like
not enough carbonation.
Flat cream sodas that weren't good at all.
They were like basically like if you got it from a fountain and let it just sit there for 30 minutes with no lid on it. And then started to drink it. There's like
they've got these
10% the bubbles you'd want.
They've got these new ones now too. They're like chilled. So they've got like fucking like something to do with like chill. I just seen them the other day. Obviously, I didn't buy them. Otherwise, I would tell you what it was. But there's some different flavors I hadn't seen before.
in this world of sodas, there's this whole other category now that I've yet to enter and even experiment with, but it's these prebiotic, probiotic ones.
Yeah,
these
like the
healthy
Ollie
ones.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
I was reading though, somebody was saying they dropped a Mountain Dew flavor of their own, and they were saying that it's pretty fucking good.
Here's the thing, dude. Like, anybody and everybody can try to replicate and duplicate greatness, but once you already have it and it's already out there, bro, you're never going to be able to compare, you know?
100%. I don't disagree with that, but I could say that like
But shout outs to them for trying, you know?
for the people who are, you know, their key demographic that they're
like for
selling
people
to,
that are
right?
looking for an alternative that's a healthier alternative that gives them
Like,
a similar sort of thing.
That's
I
dope.
get it, dude.
Like, I'm excited for Mountain Dew fans who have maybe sacrificed their love of Mountain Dew in order to, you know, maybe give up traditional soda. And this is an opportunity to integrate these into their life so they can have that flavor profile again. You know, I'm happy for those people. It's the same way that I'm happy for people who enjoy the Impossible Burger. I'm glad it's there for you. I'm happy for you. It's not for me, nor will it ever be, but I'm happy for you.
But if only they knew the amount of factory farming that takes to make that one burger is almost worse than it is the cow that's being slaughtered. But hey, no, I'm just
Not
kidding.
to mention the chemical and genetic engineering that's going into all of that.
And all the animals that die in the process that are getting run over and killed out in the fields to, you know, anyway. I'm just saying that just because that's always the fucking like opposite end of the fucking coin where everybody's like, well, yeah, man, but did you know? At the end of the day, man, shit's gonna fucking die. Shit's gonna kill you. Eat what you like, man. Enjoy your life. It's too fucking short.
I just think of it like science says my body needs both. So I eat vegetables. I make sure to eat my vegetables, but I also make
It's
sure to eat
historically
my meat.
proven that human beings have not only eaten meat, but also have eaten on vegetation to survive throughout time.
That's it. Like, I'm going to eat both because that's what we know my body likes and needs. And I get my best diet doing that. So.
And god damn it, a fucking steak tastes good.
Yes.
Dude, I can't imagine like, honestly,
by
like
the
never
way,
eating beef. Like that's crazy, bro.
Speaking of fucking beef, dude. So my dad's got a new kitchen toy the other day. Boys, he got himself a meat slicer.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Fucking
dude.
Papa
So you
Franklin.
know what he did, bro?
What? Tell me.
He made this fucking like Italian roast beef and like fucking cooked it like the night before and then like fucking like let it chill overnight. Brought out the next night for dinner. Sliced it super thin, bro. Like super thin. Fucking made a pot of some au jus, and then we're just took the pieces and just dropped it in there and just let it fucking simmer and soak up all the au jus and stuff, and then do that shit on a nicely toasted, buttered roll with a fucking nice hefty heaping of that fucking roast beef on it, dude. A nice little cup of some jus, you know what I'm saying? A little dipski, a little rips. Dude, so tender, so flavorful. I'm usually not a big roast beef guy. Like, roast beef's okay. Like, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Like, I'll enjoy roast beef every now and then, but Tuesday I kind of have to be in the mood for it. But dude, that shit, Chris, was probably it was probably one of the best like roast beef sandwiches I had in a very, very long time, dude.
Dude, I would love to get a meat slicer, and for things like that would be incredible. Also for buying in like bulk, it's great because you can prep a bunch of shit real quick. Like if you buy roast beef and you cut steaks. That's fucking dope. You buy a fucking pork tenderloin and you can just fucking like cook some of the pork tenderloin. You can make up some fucking chops from that shit. Like, I
That's what
love
that
the
should be.
idea of a fucking meat slicer so much. So that's awesome.
Thin,
And that
all
sandwich
that thin
sounds
slicing.
amazing.
That's deli meats. So you have all your sandwich meats that you can cut on your
Yeah, you
own
don't have to
there.
buy it fucking pre-packaged slice. You just fucking buy the fucking hunk, fucking bring it home, slice it yourself, bro. And then you can get the nice thick pieces, bro.
Yeah.
You know, if you want
Yeah,
a nice,
you're
make a
right.
nice
Whatever
fried
you
bologna
want.
sandwich with a nice, like, like maybe half-inch thick piece of fucking bologna. Maybe not that thick. That's a pretty thick piece of bologna. But if you want to, you could. And then it'll cup up, dude. It's in the pan. Ooh. Oh, bro, I haven't had a fried bologna sandwich in fucking. I don't even remember the
fuck
last
with
time I've
bologna.
seen bologna in my refrigerator, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I don't fuck with it at all.
I used to when I was a kid, pretty heavy.
Yeah, I was heavy into it until I was probably.
Because, dude, I
11
would
or
literally
12.
eat it
Yeah,
cold
same.
out
When
of
I
the
was 9 or
package, out of the
10.
fucking drawer, bro. Fucking pop the drawer open in the fridge, fucking rip the little yellow back off, grab like 2 or 3 pieces, and just sit there, roll it up with a piece of cheese, and just munch it.
Oh yeah. Oh,
My
yeah.
mom would always like get this shit from the deli, so it'd be like sliced in like a bag.
Oscar Mayer, baby. Bologna has a first name, Chris.
It's OSCAR.
No, it's HOMER.
My bologna
For
has a
you,
second
Sean?
name. It's HOMER. Yes. The viewers didn't see my celebration when you did it. I was like, yes.
A sweet and sour is pretty good, dudes. It's definitely sweet with a little funkiness on the end, just a little, little,
So just enough to get you right in the poo poo.
just enough to get you in the back. And just like, ooh, yeah. Good stuff, though, dude. Honestly, like I've had a pretty decent selection of flour. Like if I just look down here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different strains of flour to choose from. 8 different strains of flour to choose from. And I'm just been like every day just grabbing a different jar and just trying something new. And then if I end up doing, a couple rounds out the volcano, which honestly I've been trying to cut back a little bit, but I've been doing quite a few dabs, which isn't helping. But I'll switch it up every bowl, do a little something different. You know what I mean? A little taste and variation with a little bit of a high combination. Been pretty sweet, dude.
It does sound sweet. There's also something nice about just mixing it up, tasting everything, having a little combo high. Can't beat it. I did want to tell you guys about some crazy shit I stumbled into this week that was really interesting. Activision has some really interesting patents. And some of the things that Activision products do is kind of interesting and suspicious because of these patents. And I just thought I'd share this one with you guys because it blew my mind. But Activision has patents on systems that utilize your onboard camera equipment so that while you're playing games, it's not only watching you via like your camera systems, but also watching your screen. And the reasoning behind this is to A, monitor player engagement, but B, also in an effort to train bot AI to inevitably make AI bots seem like you're playing real people.
I'll tell you what, they haven't been that good at it when it comes to that. No, but that makes sense. Because this is the thing you gotta think about too, is a lot of the fucking technologies and shit that end up in a lot of video games and stuff, like especially like really like good first person shooters or like things like that. A lot of that stuff's used for fucking military trainings and stuff before we end up getting it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those types of technologies and stuff. So why wouldn't they have, abilities to do that? But that also makes sense too, because they're gonna, like you're saying, track engagement and stuff. But who knows? They might even have it to where it's like obviously not working very well because their cheating fucking situation they got going on right now is pretty intense from what I have been hearing as far as like the Warzone community and stuff. But they could be utilizing that for anti-cheat too.
So what makes it interesting is that the patent that uses the camera to monitor your engagement is a patent on increasing microtransactions. And so the idea is that they have a system that's able to tailor your game experience based on things like your facial features. So your camera could be watching you without you knowing this, and you're starting to get frustrated and irritated, and suddenly your game starts to offer you small microtransactions to turn the tide in your favor, better weapon opportunities, things like that. So that's kind of crazy. But my favorite one, honestly, is the AI situation where you're training AI, right? Because if they're using collected data of your actual gameplay as part of the training model to train the bot AI to inevitably get better, to some degree, you're training AI to create a player just exactly like you to fight against. So it becomes you against you in a bot situation. Their play style will just match yours.
Dude, I know one thing. The fucking AI needs to get involved in Fortnite. Because if you play with someone that's like not really highly skilled, you'll get put in like bot lobbies where there could be like fucking 60 bots. And like the bots in fucking Fortnite are horrible, man. Like they'll shoot and then they crouch and then they'll like move 3 paces to the right, stand there, shoot, move 4 paces to the left, crouched,
That's bad.
shoot.
Well, here's the thing, bro.
Like what? Why is he in the? These shouldn't even exist.
There's people that play like that though.
I mean, maybe some of these people are actually not bots. Like they should not even play the game because they really suck.
Well, you know what, Chris? You got to start somewhere, dude. You know what I mean?
I guess maybe they're like kids that shouldn't even be playing. They're like 4-year-old kids.
I'm gonna say this in this exact example. Not 4 years old, but I will say I have a friend who he lets his son play Fortnite, and his son might be just a little younger than I might think was appropriate for a game like Fortnite. He has certain rules, obviously, no chat, no headsets, nothing like that. Like he can just play the game. That's it. But it could just be a not good child. It very well could be, because that's just one friend that I know.
I guess that's possible. Yeah, and there's like a lot of like people that probably utilize video game systems to like babysit their children as young as like 4 or 5.
You know what the crazy flip lately too is like a lot of these game companies are switching to like, the in-store or in-game store model where they're offering all these different, bundles and skins and camouflages and all this different stuff to where they're actually, because I just seen this video today. Shout out to Ryan F and Delight because he sent it to me. To where it's like now for this Call of Duty, Chris, if you buy the Black Cell Battle Pass every season, by the end of it, you'll end up getting like 150 times bonus XP just consistently. Because every time you like buy it, it like goes up. Like right now, I've got 10% because I bought this season's Black Cell Battle Pass. So I've got 10% extra XP standard all times, and it also stacks when there's a double XP event or I use my tokens. So like, say I buy the next 6 battle passes, like I'll be getting, I think it goes up like 10 or 20% each time you buy it. So like I'll have like 100% double XP all the time.
And so what, you and Ryan are already getting it then?
What do you mean?
You and Ryan are both getting this like boost in XP?
No,
or?
only if you buy the Black Cell Battle Pass.
Oh,
This
so
is
Ryan hasn't
this
bought it.
is
You
a
have.
different tier of the Battle Pass. This is the one where you have to pay $30, not just the 2,400 points.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a pay to win thing, to where it's like you pay the extra money, you get extra experience. Plus, on top of that, you get all the extra shit that comes with the Black Cell Pass, which is all the sick skins and all the new dope blueprints and all that stuff that are in the Battle Pass.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of these games are kind of turning to this kind of like, they call it pay to win because if you put the money in, you end up getting way better shit.
Yeah, you get more.
So it's like for the casual people that don't have the money to invest other than the initial $100 or whatever it was to buy the fucking initial game. You know what I mean? They're shit out of luck because they're going to have to grind way harder to fucking get anywhere compared to everybody else who's fucking dropping $30-$40 every time a new season pass drops.
Which is not even crazy, really. I guess it's like, what, $10 a month? Because it's like every 3 months a new season?
No, it's not. But like, think about like, say you're a fucking 15-year-old kid. You're going to have $10 every month to fucking put away to make sure you've got the Battle Pass every time.
There's way too much candy in the candy aisle to keep stashing those $10.
Oh, no, I probably wouldn't.
You know?
Because at the end of the day, let's be honest.
Every season's like 3 months, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like you have to pay $10 every month for the Battle Pass.
Yeah, but not everybody has expendable income to drop $30 extra a month on top of whatever else they've got going on.
Should be crazy out here. $14 fucking 12 packs of eggs because of the bird flu. I mean, like.
Everything's
I'm out here for a pimp.
obviously.
Gotta feed my damn kids. But you're right. Like this is becoming a major model in a lot of these games now, and it's like pay up.
But the one thing though, Sean, that I will say about that is like most of those that follow that model, a la like Fortnite, dude, the game's motherfucking free.
Yeah, a lot of them.
You have to pay $100 for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like I understand it when it's something like that. If like the whole game and everything is free and you can play and you can get some extra shit on the side, that is different because you're not paying for the fucking game, bro. I could care less. I didn't pay shit to play this fucking game. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. If I just gotta grind it out.
In that case, I wouldn't mind dropping the $30 every time to buy the Battle Pass because I never invested anything to buy the fucking game to begin with.
And you know what the best thing, honestly, about Fortnite is too, is that if you download it for free, there's a chance maybe that you could earn enough V-Bucks to get a Battle Pass. But if you buy the Battle Pass, you basically just have to like, honestly, you could probably play the game for
as long as you grind it out
hours.
And finish the Battle Pass, you have enough to get the next one. And then it's just a continuous cycle.
So it's
the same
like
thing with Call of Duty or whatever. Yeah. But like it's different when you have to put in an initial $80 to $100 to get the fucking game. And then to participate in the pass after that, you're going to tell me I have to invest. Well, you don't have to spend $30 to get like the Battle Pass. You can get just the standard one, but obviously you don't get all the extra cool shit, which everybody wants all the extra cool shit. That's the whole fucking reason why you get the Battle Pass anyway. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, it's like, and then the thing is the next year they're just going to be dropping another game that you're going to have to invest another $80 to $100 in. And then you might drop another, 30 times 12, fucking $600 or whatever the fuck that shit is at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you're spending like $450 to play a game for a year.
$360.
Yeah. So, and plus the price of the game. Right. Yeah. So yeah. And honestly, dude, I've spent, I think a grand total of like $12 on Fortnite, and I bought it. No, that's a lie. $24. Because when I first started to play, I bought the fucking Battle Pass, and it cost me like $12, $13, something like that, to buy enough V-Bucks to get the Battle Pass. But you earn enough And then I just built up a surplus, and I actually like bought a skin from the fucking store with the surplus that I created. And then I didn't play for like 2 years, and then I got back into it and I bought it again. And I've managed to like maintain it the entire time.
That's pretty much what I used. It's what I did with Call of Duty last time around. This time, I kind of fucking went ham the first time around and bought a couple. I bought like a bundle. Well, honestly, the bundle I bought, only reason why I bought it was because not only because it was cool and like the fucking operator skin was sick and it had like some cool looking guns and shit, but it was like right after the LA fires happened recently and like the Palisades and all that shit just fucking burned, and 100% of the proceeds for that bundle went to like the relief fund. So like, you know what? For that, I'll drop $10 to get the points to get this dope ass operator skin, because not only is it cool, but it's going to a good cause. It's the only one that I bought this season so far. But that took my surplus of points that I had saved for this battle pass. So when the battle pass came out, I had to fucking instead of just dropping the $20 to get enough points, I said, fuck it, I'll throw the extra 10 in, get the black cell one, and get all the extra goodies and stuff. So I'm already like, I don't know how much I'm already into this game, dude. More than I'd like to have spent. But to be honest, we play it so much, James, bro, that like I'm not really mad at myself.
Bro. When I started playing Fortnite, okay, I had a lot of friends that were like your age, I would assume, because I started playing Fortnite like in like 2017, probably. And I had friends that were spending like $150 a month on shit on the Fortnite store. They'd just buy dances, they'd buy emotes, they'd buy skins just to fucking lord it over your friends. Like that's literally what they do. They'd be like, "Oh, cool skin, yeah, that one's for free." And then they'd have like some crazy skin. They'd be doing some emote that was just in the store that day because they would look every day before we would start to play.
Yeah, well, that's like that in anything, to where it's like if
people like that doing all of it.
Yeah. Like, but I've never been that type of person. Like any game that has like any like in-store or like in-game purchases, I've never really been into like any of the
Yeah,
I've never bought anything. I just play the game for what it is.
I never buy in-app game shit.
No.
Ever. The only thing I've ever spent money on in-app was Tapped Out.
Yep. I've bought some. I
bought some donuts.
Which I'm so sad is gone. It's over. Like.
End of an era, dude.
I definitely grinded that game for like a year.
Like it was crazy things. I played it up till its last day.
You guys remember when all of us were grinding hard on our pot farms, bro?
Dude, that weed game.
That was like a week, but
no, it was longer than that. It was like a month, bro.
Yeah, it was about a month, I think. Where like
and
most of us were on it.
There was like 5 or 6 of us that were playing heavy. I know it was like me, Sean, Lizzie, Swags was playing. I think Corey was even playing for a minute.
Yep. Michelle.
Did you ever play that, Chris? Did you get?
Oh no, I played it, dude. I think I just deleted it off my phone in the last like 6 months because I don't think it's here.
We were grinding so hard, bro, on that shit.
That game was a lot of fun until it became so repetitive. It was like, this is no longer.
Yeah, it was just all the same shit.
Dude, I still have it. Right there.
Yeah, dude.
There's an update for it.
Yo, honestly, funny enough, if we're talking about like weird phone games like that, I found this one that I've been playing that's basically a clone of SimCity from like 1995 or some shit. So I'm just building like this random city, just like the old school like Windows 3.5 version.
I never was really big into Sims, but I was heavy into Roller Coaster Tycoon, dude.
See, I never really fucked with any of those games, but I that shouldn't surprise you guys.
I was heavy into Roller Coaster Tycoon, bro, growing up. Like,
I never liked that. I never liked...
Dude, I just loved building my own roller coasters, bro.
The only reason why I even liked anything like Boom Beach, I used to play with, like, play it all the time, is because, like, I had a bunch of friends that played it, and if I, like, could beat them, or, like, we would be in, like, the group where you'd go and fucking everybody would raid a base. So, like, your whole platoon or squad or whatever the fuck it was called would, like, raid bases and shit. If I would literally be waiting and I'd watch until it was like really close, and then I would go in when I'm in a group chat. I'd just be like, "You're welcome, you fucking bitches." It's like, you guys suck. I had to come in and clean up your mess. Like, that's why I love playing that game, because that was just the vibe.
I never got into any of those, like Boom Beach or Clash of Clans or any of that shit.
Yeah, dude, I think that I was playing Boom Beach like 10 years ago, honestly. But it was fucking big, though. There used to be like fucking commercials all the time on TV, but with like Boom Beach or Clash of Clans for that matter. I never played Clash of Clans, though.
Clash of Clans, I still see ads for.
Do you remember the Angry Bird craze there for a long time?
They keep trying to bring it back. They keep trying.
Or
Dude, didn't they
Subway
make a
Surfer?
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, it's crazy.
Like, I mean, during the height of that craze, like, my buddy had just had his son, and I remember that kid was obsessed with Angry Birds, and like a little 2-year-old being like, buds. You gotta admit, it's pretty goddamn cute. So,
Oh, for sure.
It is fun though too.
dude,
I've always
I
liked
can
those kind of
see it.
games, bro, where it's just like I remember the one back in the day where it'd be like from the top down, and you'd have like all these different colored like bubbles. Or I had this one that was dino eggs, where there's different colored dinosaur eggs, and you have a slingshot at the bottom, and you'd have to shoot the different colored eggs to match up with the other ones to like connect. And like after you got like 3 or 4 of them together, they'd explode, and then the line would drop, and you try to fucking see how many lines you can complete to get the higher score.
In my world, that game
And they'd
was
start
called
dropping
Snood.
down.
Dude.
Yeah. So way back when I was in like middle school, so we're talking late 90s to like early 2000. There was a game online, snood.com, and it was exactly that style of game.
It's like a brick breaker sort of game.
Yeah, and it was just the snoods. They were just little different colored circles with faces.
Yeah, they're like fuzzies,
And you would just,
right?
You'd have to get like 3 or more orange and then 3 or more green and like that. It was one of those. And then like Bubble Popper became huge, but like it's that same style, and I love those games still to this day.
Yeah, because you look to see where you've got like a long line of them connecting to see if you could drop a big old hunk of it off with just one fucking connection, dude. And
Dude, I actually used to fuck so hard with a lot of games like that, for sure.
Yeah,
I actually was one of those people, even like, fuck, dude, I was probably in my mid-20s, so like this is probably like the early to mid-2000s, we'll say, so maybe like 20 to 25. Me and like a bunch of friends, we revived like all these old games, which at the time were not even really that old, but they were like old. So we started fucking around heavy with like Mario Kart 64, which was like 10 years old at the time. Like you could already play fucking shit on like GameCube and everything else, but we would play that. And I used to fucking fuck around so hard with the Tetris for N64. We used to fucking just get high as fuck, and we would just be sitting there, and like everybody would take turns. There'd be like 6 people on a fucking couch, and you'd just be passing the controller. Or we do head to head, where like you'd have like people battling lines, trying to get the. Dude, Tetris is a fucking awesome game. I love fucking Tetris, man.
Did you see that it was like a 14-year-old kid who made it to the kill screen on Tetris?
Really?
Yeah, dude. It happened not too long ago. But yeah, he was like a 14-year-old kid.
First person to ever do it, I think.
Yeah. Finally, someone's done it. He navigated through all the fucked up, weird changes that it does until it actually hit a kill screen. When you see the gameplay of how fast this kid has to move to like...
Dude, have you seen the guys that have like that weird fucking...
rolling.
Technique? Or they'll sit there and they'll fucking like tap the back of the controller with their fucking fingers. And it just does these crazy fucking like... To make the fucking thing spin super quick, they just like they'll hold the controller like this, where like their thumbs on the like the button or whatever, and then just go
Yeah.
and all of a sudden thinking
Using
The fuck?
using
fucking
the
crazy, dude.
other fingers to actually slap.
You can literally
the controller
audibly hear
into
them
the
hear.
thumb.
Yeah, you can audibly hear them fucking. It's fucking crazy, dude.
It is insane. And
Google
like,
it, people.
there's so many little clips of this shit out there. Like you can't miss it. It is a wild technique, and it's how a lot of these like speedrunners are doing like Mario speedruns in insane times. Which speedrunning video games is such a wild thing.
Dude, because they're doing
It's
it
not.
on
It's not
games.
for me, but it is wild.
It's crazy because they're doing it on games that you wouldn't even think to speed run. You know what I mean?
100%. Like
It's like
the Mario
games that
Kart
are
makes
meant.
sense, but
Yeah,
like
like games where you're
start-
timed, it makes sense. But there's games where like there's no time limit to fucking beat this game, and
Yeah.
it's like they're trying to fucking do whatever they can. Like I seen this one where this guy literally beat. I think it might have been like a Zelda game or some shit, where he literally beats the game within 2 minutes of starting it or some shit.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I saw some video where this dude does the original Mario Brothers and does it in like no time. Like it's like 20 seconds. He
Yeah,
like
because there's a glitch where you can go backwards.
like you do something crazy and it's just like, what the fuck? How do you know this? Dude, I was the kid that struggled to remember the fucking codes for like cheat codes, like an extra man and like shit like that. Like up, down, left, right, yeah,
right.
select. And
Dude,
it's
I
like,
used to
what
have
the
all
fuck?
the old school it's like San Andreas ones like memorized, bro. Infinite ammo, all weapons, unlimited money, flying cars.
I know this. I can tell you what it is for PC. For at least the guns. It's guns. That's the PC cheat for that era.
Just guns.
Guns. Money
Dude.
is if I'm a rich man, or if I was a rich man, it's something like that.
Dude,
I know a
you
few of them.
You know what really grinds my gears, boys, while we're on the conversation of gaming? It's like, because you know how like there's people that like post clips of like when they're playing with like cheaters and then like they're complaining and this and that, like are like complaining about like people just like playing like sweaty players and stuff like that. And I was watching this one the other day, and this dude has the audacity to post a clip of him complaining about people like quad stacking stairs and shit like that. And literally in his gameplay, as you're watching it, this dude has wall hacks on. And he's fucking bitching and complaining about people fucking stacking and this and that. And this dude is literally cheating himself, bro.
That is not a surprise.
Dude, and I start going through the comments, bro, and people are like, see, you're what's wrong with the fucking gaming community, this, and that. And he's like, hey man, he's like, I bet my KD's better than yours. And like he's like defending the fact that he's cheating and he doesn't give a fucking shit about it. I'm like, bro, that's what's fucking wrong with the gaming community, bro. It's like, what happened to just playing the game to play the game?
Well, I think you still can play because, like, here's the thing. I know that myself, I'm never playing against that dude. So I don't care what he does. I guess, like, should he cheat?
You don't know that.
No. Well, I guess that's true. He could be cheating and playing down, like, fucking lobbies or whatever. Like,
and here's the thing. There's a lot of people that are cheating that doesn't necessarily... Dude, it's always funny when I'm watching, like, because I watch a lot of streamers and stuff, too, like, during my lunch breaks. Well, like, they'll be playing, and, like, a lot of the times when they die, they'll spectate the people that kill him. And, like, they'll get killed by a cheater. And even if he's cheating, he is still terrible. It's like, how are you fucking that bad and you have aim bots and fucking wall hacks and stuff? It's like you have such a crazy unfair advantage and you're still terrible at the game. Just hang it up, bro. Just hang up the headphones.
Stop spending money.
Yeah.
Just find your time.
Find a different game, dude. If you've got to, get Cronuses and aimbots and download all kinds of alternative programs to fucking play a game, come on, man.
Yeah, it's like...
Sucks for the rest of us that are actually putting #time in, baby. Fucking grinding, dude. fucking putting down a 93 and 54 or whatever it was in a game of hardcore, bro, or hard point. Yeah, that's right. I almost dropped 100 on their asses. Dude, I was on a roll that day, Sean. I was fucking dropping crazy games, dude.
I'll tell you what, like it just like I hear that and it makes me think about like me in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like even online, I could be brutal some days, and back in my PS2 time, I was one of those sweaty players at times. Like it was gross. There were times that we spent unemployed just playing that game, eating candy, being slobs.
Oh,
so,
dude, I spent a lot of time with buddies, unemployed, sitting in my buddy's room with a fucking hookah set up, and 3 of us sitting there, just passing the controller, playing Call of Duty or Street Fighter or something. And that's how we spent our day, bro.
100%. I mean, shit. Joey the Mole's house, man.
Joey the Mole.
Yeah, boy. Shout out to Joey the Mole. Joey the Mole, Big Dick, fucking Finn. We would all get kicking it at Joey's house.
For a second, I thought you were talking about Joey the Mole's big dick. I was like,
I did too, and then I was like, no, he had a friend named that, and then he.
That's
and then
right. That's right.
I did the same thing.
Thin Dick.
Yeah.
Because that's just the weird fucks that we were.
I would have called him Little Richard.
No, he was not cool with that. He's
Big Dick was not having that.
Big Dick that's what he wants to be called. He's just a big man, and my name is Dick. Good enough. Rich, on the other hand, the other Rich, he was one of those people like. He was a very, very smart man, computer smart, like, wow. Also a little bit crazy, to the point where like you just weren't quite sure how stable he was. So, you just roll with it. So Thin Dick it was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had a wrestling game. I actually have it now. It actually came with that package of N64 stuff that I got from the homie at work. But we would play for hours because you could play 4-player. So we just have these 4-player matches just beating the snot out of each other for 30 minutes at a time.
Dude, you know what? That's one thing I will say. Even though when I was younger, I dreamt about it. And like, even as a teenager, I was like, man, I wish I could just play somebody online. You know what I mean? Even if I just thought, oh, I could just play with my friends, that's it. Online, if I'm at my house and like, my homie Kev's at his house, we're good. We can play. And then it became a reality in my 20s, like online gaming and everything. But I really do I miss fucking like LAN party vibes, or just like playing split screen. Like even playing fucking like Mario Party on N64 with a bunch of your friends in the same room. Like I miss that shit.
Yep. When I was in the apartment up in Quincy in the city, me and my roommates would play a shitload of Mario Party on the GameCube, because I had a GameCube and I had I think it was 5 and 6. So like we would just have these like game nights where we'd have a friend over and we'd just all hang out, get fried, eat some pizza, and play a few rounds of Mario Party, and maybe ruin some friendships for 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Or just like we would like chill and be like playing Mario Kart, and you would have like a Grand Prix. There'd be 4 people there, and sometimes like if there was 5 or 6 people, you would literally play and the bottom 2 would lose, and you'd have to give up for controllers.
Yep.
And do a whole other one, and you'd have to watch 4 races. But like that shit was fun, man. I used to love like playing all on the same screen, just in the same spot. That was a lot of fun when I would play video games. I wasn't much of a solo gamer. Like, really, ever.
Dude, I remember the fucking System Link days where you could fucking link Xboxes together and you could play like fucking 4-on-4,
Yeah, dude.
like Halo and shit. We used to do that in my garage growing up as a kid. We had 2 TVs set up, one on one side, one on the other, so you couldn't screen look.
Yeah.
And we'd have fucking, my buddies would come over. We had fucking couches out there. We'd just sit out there and fucking game out in the garage. Shit was
Full
sick.
on LAN party.
Yeah, dude.
right in the garage. Sick.
Or we'd do it at my buddy's house, and he'd run the fucking cable through his doggy door into like the next fucking room. It's like so like we'd be in 2 opposite rooms.
Dude, I actually remember there's a couple times we went to my buddy Phil's house, and this was like when I was in my 20s, and we would get together and we would play Halo 3, and all of us would bring our Xboxes to his house, and we would just like be all over his house, and his parents would like never be there. And you just like hear people fucking screaming across the fucking house because they would have got killed by so and so that was in the house. And it was actually a lot of fun.
Good time.
I used to like that. And obviously you didn't have to. We could have played at our own house. But we just get together, like order pizza, get high as fuck, and just like bring all of our shit and just play. Those days were fun though, man. I remember when like Zombies first came out, dude, that game was so much fun. Oh, playing with friends. Just love playing that game.
We'd fucking grind.
Like the new zombies, I don't really like. I haven't liked them for a long time. But like the traditional where there's just waves of zombies, like the biggest thing you have to do is like unlock all the doors to then open up the fucking upgrade machine. Like that was peak for me.
I mean,
now it's so complicated, and
the crazy thing is that like that literally spawned like a whole genre of games after. It's crazy. Like so many people have done their like horde game ever since.
yeah, I don't know what came out first. If like Nazi Zombies came out first, or if whatchamacallit was already it must have been. I'm struggling to remember the name. It's the one where you had like the chainsaw hand, and it was like third person, and there was horde mode.
Gears of War?
Gears of War, thank you. Did Gears of War come up before 2010?
I don't remember.
I'll look.
I know it was one of those big Xbox releases. I never got into Gears of War.
I played a lot of Gears of War 3.
I never liked the third person view, really.
It took a really long time for me to get used to it. But
it's weird because I'm mixed on the third person because like I enjoy GTA 3, that style of gameplay and forward, so like modern day GTAs. But like I can't get into like a Resident Evil. But yet I played through some Silent Hill. It was fun. So like it's just hit or miss, I think.
okay, Gears of War came out at the very end of 2006. So it was definitely out before Nazi Zombies. I mean, it's like a different style of game, but it's...
Well, yeah, I mean, Call of Duty had a much bigger audience already built at that point.
Yeah, because like I think that was like the fourth or fifth fifth Call of Duty. I think it might have been the fifth one.
It was whatever the World War II one was.
So I think
it was originally called Nazi Zombies, but then they had to change the name because they didn't want Nazis in the title.
Was it the World War II or World War I?
One of the World War games. I'm not sure which one.
Because it was originally in the World at War, like the WA. That was when it came out. So that was like 2008, maybe 2000. and
No,
9.
I think it was before that.
I'll
that
check.
came-
So Gears of War came out at the end of 2006.
I'm trying to remember if it was in the one that they released on the Wii.
Yes, it was.
It was
Because
2008.
But Zombies wasn't on Wii.
It wasn't called Nazi Zombies, and I don't think that they even had it. But you could play online, or maybe you could. Yeah, I think you could play online.
You could, but it was fucking shit, dude.
Dude, that whole game was not well made for Wii. Like, even
Oh, probably not.
even the 2-player, like, we tried it because
It was just so hard to fucking maneuver.
yeah, like my stepbrother had it, and it's like player 2 like was always over the shoulder of player 1, so all player 2 can do is shoot. Player 1 basically aims and moves. It was so bizarre.
Yeah, I didn't play. I played it on Xbox. That's actually when I got 360. So I must have bought 360 in like 2008. Because I bought that game as the only game that I owned at the time.
And now look at what Xbox is doing. All sorts of big shit.
Dude,
Everything's an
honestly, it's
Xbox.
crazy. Like the new Xbox, man. I don't know. They have a lot of good stuff inside, obviously, because like I don't know. Liz has an Xbox 360, like the big one, whatever the next one is, Series X maybe. And that shit fucking boots up so fucking fast, and fucking it just the graphics on it are like mint. Like I don't know, it's crazy.
They've done some cool shit, and I mean, even they're getting their hands wet in this whole handheld market. Sounds like there's going to be a new Xbox system in the not too distant future, like maybe next year or so, that might just drop. Um, so, like, Xbox is doing some pretty cool shit.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna end up doing. You know what? Just like on the note of technology and things moving and shit like that, I just wanted to ask you guys if you guys heard this. So this is obviously like world news, and it's like actually the biggest thing of its kind ever. But did you guys hear that Nvidia, their stock went from like fucking 1 trillion, like their whole kind of like, I guess, however stocks work. Um, to me, it would be a market cap, but that's crypto, so I don't know what that actually is in like
It's
traditional
I think it's
finance.
basically the same. I think it's basically the same concept.
It fucking got split in half.
Oh yeah, dude, you
It went
didn't know all
from
the
1
issues they were
trillion
having.
to 500 billion in one day.
Yeah, that all because of that Chinese AI
DeepSeek,
that
yeah.
that was literally developed on like just I think it was $6 million and
Yes.
some like old Nvidia chips, not even the new high powered ones, and everyone's like, uh oh, you could do it for that cheap. This whole future we've built around people needing these high power GPUs from Nvidia may
Dude,
not
well,
be
that's
necessary.
it's been a big thing that's been talked about the past like year or so. Lee was even mentioning something about it a while back, where it's people have been buying all the newest like newer Nvidia chips, and not only are they just nominally better than what they were previously putting out, but they're having all kinds of fucking issues with them. Where it's like they're having failures and fucking shit like that. And it's just like you're spending all this money on the newest and brightest chip, but it's not even that much better than the ones that are previously out, and they're having all kinds
Not
of
as
issues.
durable.
Yeah. I don't know specifically what the issues are, but like I just remember Lee was saying a lot of people are really unhappy with NVIDIA chipsets and fucking cards as of late.
Yeah, so maybe those two things paired, but yeah, like in one day, and it was all because of the Chinese made AI. It's fucking crazy.
Like it's wild because like we've been talking about this giant like tech bubble of trillions of dollars to invest in all this AI, and then along comes this language model that rivals ChatGPT that was like a fraction of the budget, and everyone's like, "Oh, crap!" So this has been that's an interesting story that I have been watching to see how that shapes up because
Well, dude, I know
already
that it fucking wrecked markets. Sorry, Sean.
already there's talk that it may look like much of the code has just been stolen from ChatGPT. So that's literally just like the latest news. By the time people are hearing this, a lot more will have developed by that point. But like these are just like some of the latest pieces that are starting to develop where like people are starting to try to pick this apart and figure out how did they do it. Um, and so that may end up being the case by the time that this episode's out. We don't know yet. But it's interesting. It's wicked interesting. There's a lot of crazy shit like that going on.
Oh man, because the reason why I knew about it is because, like, obviously I'm on X and shit, or Twitter for people that don't know. It's not called X. And then all of a sudden I started seeing a bunch of like meme coins, but then I also noticed that like the entire market went fucking down, like everything. Like all I could see was red, basically everywhere. Like within like blockchains, the individual coins and like exchanges and shit, just everything went red. Fucking even just like the traditional markets were like really fucking hurt by it. Cause like, dude, that's a fucking ton of fucking money, dude. $500 billion in 24 hours. Like that's fucking next level shit, bro.
Crazy is the United States accidentally sent $6 billion to Ukraine and didn't even know they did it. Ain't
Well,
that crazy?
when you owe money everywhere, it's hard to keep.
I know.
track,
I'm just
you know?
saying that you're just saying that's crazy that much money just disappeared in one day. Well, shit, the fucking U.S. did it and didn't even fucking know it.
Well, I mean, let's never forget, the audit of the Pentagon where there was, over $1 trillion that couldn't be accounted for, and all those records just happened to burn up, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's really surprising. I can't believe something like that would happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, unfortunately, we'll never know where that $1 trillion+ went. Never know. It just, happened to catch fire when a plane crashed into the building.
Dude, one thing I know for sure is that obviously, like, my life does not depend on it. But, like, the next 6 to 12 months with markets, especially obviously crypto, like, and with Donald Trump being in office now and shit, like, it's just, I really want something positive to happen for me individually. So I'll obviously be
Crypto
paying
boom.
attention. Yeah, dude, I want fucking, because like there's been like talks, like Donald Trump's gonna like make America the base for some shit to do with like crypto, and like people are gonna like pay no taxes on certain things, and it's just like,
Yep,
really,
they're already
oh
talking
shit,
about
rips,
some
man.
what is it, crypto treasury
Yeah.
in the United States.
Now, when
So-
governments get involved in all these things, though, like you're going to see a lot of market manipulation, I would think. But I also think that it should fucking rip. So, I mean, I fucking hope it does, boys. So bad, but
there's
you
something to be
actually
said
never know.
about the legitimization of the crypto market as a whole.
Yeah,
Right? Like when more and more countries start to look at it as a legitimate place to, utilize to move assets, like it's
yeah, like a store of
suddenly
values and shit like that, for sure.
like it becomes a way that it legitimizes things a lot more for people, and it is definitely a system that benefits from more people becoming familiarized with it. I think still we're at a point where people are afraid of crypto. It still feels,
There's still friction.
yeah, it still feels like a Ponzi scheme to a lot of people when, it comes up in conversation. And I understand that. Like it it's kind of confusing if you've never heard of blockchain and all of this. So, like, you need somebody like a Crypto Swaggins who can explain it in layman's terms for you to be like, oh, all right, word, word. You know, now it makes more sense. It's not a scary thing anymore.
It's like anything that's new, you know? And when you bring money into it, it makes it like more sketchy for people.
100%.
People are like commonly, pretty pushed back on change. And then when it has money, like people are definitely more conservative when it comes to that, right? Look how long it took for a lot of people to get credit cards. Dude, I still know people. Well, I still did know people when I was like in my early 20s and their parents would not have credit cards. If they like booked a trip, they would do it through a travel agency and they get like a fucking cashier's check and give it to them. Like they did nothing by credit card ever. They didn't even have them. So, and now obviously, you can pay on your phone, you can fucking tap your cards, you can do all sorts of shit. And people are totally cool with it. But it took a long time for that to happen. I feel like the same thing's going to happen with crypto. The same thing will happen with whatever happens after crypto. There could be another thing that could be something that shifts the way that people have always done things. Like we transitioned from, in our lifetimes, like we've already transitioned from certain things. Like no one has fucking home phones anymore. You have to be like born before 1945 probably to fucking even have a home phone. And even a lot of those people have all cell phones. So like we've completely transitioned from that. The way that people shop, we've like transitioned so much away from like in-person shopping to like online shopping. Groceries. Every time I go to the grocery store, I see people parked in the spots that people are going to get their orders. When I'm walking the aisles, I see like the fucking people that work at the grocery store that are going around with like this fucking trolley with a bunch of baskets on it, filling up because people are just ordering their groceries and they come and pick it up at the front of the store. Like they get it brought out to their car. Like all these things that are happening, like we've just lived through it. Like it's not a big deal. At the beginning, if someone was like, I'm not going to let them pick my produce. And now they're probably like, no,
guy.
People are good. Well, like I guess it all depends. If you have someone who hates their job and doesn't give a fuck, then you might get shit produce. But it's just one of those things. Like as time goes on, like more and more things that seem so bizarre get normalized. More and more things that like a lot of people are questionable about become accepted. And it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like really telling myself all this so I can like hopefully make a fucking good amount of money and be happy that I got involved in crypto. But
crypto boom.
Yeah, dude, it's super cycle. Just fucking let's go.
To the moon, baby. That's all we're asking. Nothing much.
Yeah, I'm not asking to be rich. I'm just asking for all my money that I put in to like not go down, go up like a reasonable amount. Like I'm talking about like, like a 10x or something. That'd be fucking sick.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Something I can actually, take and, do something tangible with.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have my own goals on like what I can get from crypto, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, hey, I say something tangible because, for some of us, it might just be like, a car. For some of us, it might just be a roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, dude, some people might be just even a down payment on a house, let alone like maybe building them a house or whatever, right? Like, I mean, everybody will be at different levels no matter what they invest in, period, right?
And then for some of us, it'll be cold, lonely nights in a bar because you lost everything because you bet on something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pulled.
Yeah. But it's like you bought a meme coin and it didn't go anywhere because it was called like fucking just suck. And you really thought it was going to be the big thing.
This is the future, I'm telling you.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, that actually probably already exists, and I bet you it ran up to $1 million. So, I mean,
I mean, really though? It's not that far off from stocks, is it? Like really?
No, it's like stocks mixed with a casino. Like, well, it depends. So, like, if you're gonna do like all meme points and shit, yeah, that's more like what it is.
You're just sitting there trying to day trade, turn pennies into nickels, nickels into dimes, dimes into quarters.
Yeah, or like $5 into like 25,000.
You know, like. And shout out to the people who have it in them. Like that whole like day trader lifestyle, like Wolf of Wall Street kind of. Whoo, no, thank you.
Oh, dude, the pressures of that must be absolutely just insane.
Yeah, all set.
It's like one of those jobs I definitely don't have. I don't have what it takes. I don't think.
Yeah, like, I'd like a much easier way to earn those millions, Alex. You know, let me write a children's book and become a famous children's novelist. You know,
Yeah, let me be like the next Roald Dahl. How about that?
see Spot run. Spot runs fast. Here's your $1 million, sir. Thank you.
Look, I'll be back in a few years. So I'll write a new one. See Spot swim.
I remember the Hungry Caterpillar. I think I can do something just as good. I just need a really cool artist. I think that's the whole catch. You need a good artist. Make the pretty pictures so your quick silly story that's really just a paragraph comes alive.
It adds to it.
I've had some like odd ideas about like silly children's stories, but I just don't know how to like. I have to like literally look at some children's books and I guess it feels weird to go up to friends who have small children and be like, hey, can I read a couple of your kids' books real quick?
I think that I would let you. I'd be like, yeah, dude. Why? And you're like, oh, I'm doing some research. I'd be like, sick. Let me get one of those when you finish.
Yeah, boys, these bags be hitting because I was like half tuned out for like a portion of that conversation. It was crazy, bro. I was like, I comprehended what was being said, but also like other half of my brain was going on a ride somewhere. I don't know where it was going, but I'm back. I'm here.
Rode the gondola for real.
The mix between that sweet and sour and this Zorch or Scorch or I don't know what it's called. Scorch. It's a cross between Skittles and Permanent Marker.
Ooh. So we're going for some more sweet and funky, basically.
Yeah. It's sweet, but then at the end you get like that marker. You know what I mean? That scent of like
that
a Sharpie
weird,
almost.
Yeah, pungentness.
Or like a Expo, or like not the sharp, like the fat. Like the like, do you remember? You know the Sharpies that come in like the stainless
graffiti markers.
Yeah, thick one with the fucking big cap that looks like an Expo marker, but it's a permanent one. That's what it kind of smells like. I get that vibe. It's not exactly the same, but
yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I know it doesn't sound tasty, but
it's delicious.
It's hitting in all the right spots.
It's one of those things like I would tell people like lamb's breath or lamb's bread, depending on what region you're from and how it's sold. Like to me, that strain tastes like an old basement box full of books. Like the way that like just musty books smells is the way that strain tastes. And I know that sounds ridiculous and unappetizing to most people, but when people taste that strain, they're like, "Oh my god, it's delicious. Like, I know, but now do you see what I mean? And they're like, yes, I do. It's almost like the way that the best like flavor way I could describe it is it's like a creamy flavor with the like piney funky notes, which is why you kind of get this like musty book pages, the old library kind of vibe coming out of it.
I mean, I don't know if that sounds super awesome, but I would try it.
You'd have to pass, my friend. I apologize.
Oh, I would?
Yeah, it's a sativa.
Oh, I would pass then. Yep, you're right.
It was Bob Marley's favorite strain, in fact. He grew lots of it.
Huh.
That's how he kept them irie vibes, man. Yeah. Great strain. Like I love the taste of it, but yeah, it is a sativa dominant, so it would definitely not be your speed as far as the high is concerned.
Yeah, no.
I've never tasted an indica that has those same kind of properties in flavor notes, because like the terpene profiles of this strain are very much indica, leaning profiles. There's myrcene and linalool and, these flavor notes that are very familiar to a lot of indica strains. And yet it's got enough of the pinene and everything else to give
Dude,
it
that's
that.
the one thing that like kind of bums me out about the fact that I'm not super into sativas is there's certain flavors that I know I'm not necessarily gonna get unless I get something that's leaning more on that sativa side or is at least a more sativa just like dominant strain in general. Because like there are times, bro, where I do miss those like hazy notes that you only get
Yep.
from a haze. You know what I'm talking about, Sean? Because those
It's
haze
almost
strains,
floral,
yes, but
not in a
not.
bad way. Exactly.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like a mix between a floral and a pine like
Yeah.
situation.
Because it is pinene, but then I can't remember what it is that gives it that like slight floral hint, but there is. Is it caryophyllene that's doing it? No, because caryophyllene is usually like a peppery note, which is also something you pick up in a lot of the hazes. It might be terpinolene, if I recall. Either way, yeah, like it's there in the hazes. You're 100% right. Those
You
lemon
don't get
terps.
that in a lot of indica dominant strains. You lose out on that.
Those lemon terps too. Like you don't get lemon terps in most any indicas I've ever
Unless
seen.
you're, well, yeah, lemon. Yeah, you get more like orangey, citrusy terps from like OG strains and
Right.
like those types
Right.
of things. But yeah, it's not necessarily. I was just thinking citrus, but lemons definitely more.
Like, I know of a handful of sativas, like, you got lemon haze and
Yeah,
stuff like
even
that.
super
Like,
silver haze has got a little lemony.
and like you just
Let's do
you
it.
can't get that out of a lot of those indica strains. It's just one of those things. I mean, I love that tangy, raw, gnarly orange. Thankfully, there are a few like indica dominant hybrids out there
Tangerine
that have
OG,
enough of
bro.
that.
Tangerine OG is a good one because it's like a good mix of the two, where you're getting those like nice tangerine notes, but without it being too heady, you know?
I'm a big mimosa fan for that because you still get again a heavy hit of that tangerine, but it's also got the purple punch to balance out and give you a nice balanced hybrid. So I get a nice heavy punch of that citrusy funk from the Tropicana, if I recall, is the parent. And I love that because it's another one where I get that flavor profile, but I can just let it mellow. And there's a couple of people out here, including ChemDog. ChemDog grows this strain out here in Massachusetts. That is fantastic of mimosa. Like his cut is delicious. Masshole mimosa, as a matter of fact, is what it's called. So shout out to ChemDog and the Masshole mimosa from his team. Delicious stuff. Also, you get the opportunity to get the real Chem 91. Who doesn't love that? Still blows my mind to this day. That plant has been growing alive and continuing to birth more clones since 91.
Dude, I'm sure there's still a couple gems hidden in the depths of, either the Emerald Triangle or somewhere in the world that they're just keeping to themselves.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, when you think about just the fact that any commercial breeder probably has strains that they do that for, you know for sure, like, some dude in the Emerald Triangle has bred his perfect strain, and it's only ever grown in his field, and you'll never know about it. Ask him its name. He's going to say, it's just Wade.
I've lost count of how many bags I've ripped throughout this episode, but I'm filling up another one right now. I will say this is my second bowl, and that's why I'm kind of like, fuck, how many bags have I filled up? Because this shit's still milky as fuck, dude.
Is it still rocking with that little mini bag?
Yeah.
Which isn't actually a mini bag, but
It's more of a standard bag.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I made my first bag for the airizer a little while back, and I inadvertently did the same thing where, like, I think I just left a little too much on the end when I sealed it off. So, like, it's just a little smaller than the stock bag was, and I'm like, I don't hate this because the fill-up time is
I can
fast.
fit this bag in the screen. Normally, it's you can't see it. I gotta like throw it over my shoulder to rip it. Most of the time, honestly, my other bag, like majority of the time, whenever I fill it up, I have to sit here and like stick it between my legs and the desk because it just like fucking sticks out past my chair. So it's like between my knees as I'm ripping it. And every now and then I just kind of give it a little squeeze in my knees as I'm hitting it to get a little extra pump,
I was a big fan of the bagpipe technique.
Yeah, the only thing about it is this is the one thing that, like, I wish the mouthpiece sealed better to the bag. Because because with the rubber grommet that's in there, all it is you're just pushing this in enough for those slits to open. You know what I mean? So there's nothing actually sealing it around this. So it's like you're also getting air as well as the vapor, which isn't bad. It's just like carbing your hit. You know what I mean? But it would work so much better like ripping bags out of this in a like rig, because I could get a nice seal and get like an actual nice and milky rip because it's just pulling straight vapor instead of the air that's coming along with it. It's like I almost want to try to make some sort of contraption to seal better.
My immediate thought was like, it needs like something that snaps around the outside rim there, so that way you get exactly what you're looking for, that seal.
But yeah, I also have been using this new mouthpiece too. I took this is the base that I got with that bubbler, and it came with a nice just straight glass mouthpiece. I've been enjoying this. And it's like just taking little sips out of compared to that mouthpiece that you're just pushing up against your fucking face.
That is
Like a giant Gatorade bottle.
just ripping vapor out of a Gatorade bottle. And that is the one nice thing about this. You get the little 11 millimeter glass end, and that is
And
your
that's probably
mouthpiece,
about what this is.
you know. So you just
Kind of
Toot
just
on a little
it
glass
reminds me of
piece.
ripping my Dynavap when I had my BB stem.
I had a Dynavap sad moment this weekend where like I was like, yo, I'm gonna fire up this Dynavap. I'm gonna rip some Dynavaps with you, Brian. Hell yeah! And then I load the Dynavap and I start clicking the torch, and the torch is like, ha ha ha, no. Throw some fuel, and it just like, you know, maybe it's just a little low on pressure, maybe a little low on fuel. Throw some more fuel in it. It's like, and no. Try a different torch. And no, I don't even want to accept any fuel right now. Kick rocks. The only torch I have that works is the torch I do dabs with, and that is too aggressive of a torch for a Dynavap.
Yes, I would definitely agree.
I was like, well, Ryan, I'm sorry. I can't join you in the Dynavaps, but I'll load this thing up. So it says to me that I need to find a new, reliable, small torch for things like Dynavapping, because this thing was nice.
They'll have a torch at Dollarama or not Dollarama, fucking Dollar General.
See, I like the little like mini torches like this, where it feels like a normal torch.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. I like those.
So
I had so many of those. The only thing about that is after a while, the fucking either the clicker stops working or they just.
yeah, this one like the gas just keeps fluttering, so it keeps blowing itself out.
Yeah, you know, like I remember reading that there's a lot of like shitty butane that comes out there. So
Yep.
sometimes like it'll just clog stuff up and then it just never works properly. Like sometimes you can buy a brand new one and it'll work for like a day. And because the butane's like such low quality, Adam was telling me about it.
100%. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people in the like dabbing community buy the ultra refined butane.
Yeah, it's just like really clean. It's like running fucking, you know, premium gas in your car.
Yeah. Getting that 93 octane.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I mean, mid-grade is literally
11X,
just
bro.
the two. See?
11 times refined.
That's that heady shit. And like they go like, we had one at the dispensary, 40X. And I will say, like, it was nice. It definitely did burn differently than a less expensive, you know, less refined version. But at the end of the day, like, if you're getting these 10, 11X versus a 40X, is the average person going to notice the difference? Probably not. I will say you might want to think about getting those refined ones, though, if you're going to do this next idea I'm going to throw out at you boys, because we're going to try it soon. Apparently, you can creme brulee peeps.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, it's just a marshmallow covered in sugar.
Yeah, I
So,
just
I just don't like the marshmallow of Peeps. Like it's
I've
a weird marshmallow.
I just don't like Peeps at all.
Yeah, I don't like Peeps, period. But I'm just saying.
I've never liked Peeps either. Neither has my wife. But we are intrigued by the idea of trying a creme brulee one.
I usually like just put them in the microwave and watching them fucking explode.
I can't say I blame you there. I can't say I blame you at all. Putting them in a vacuum is fun too. I wonder if freeze-dried Peeps are just as bad.
They're probably terrible. Because then it's just
probably a
chalky
circus peanut.
marshmallow.
It's probably a fucking circus peanut.
Circus peanuts actually still have a little bit of bounce to them, though. They're not completely dry. Because the whole point of the freeze drying is you're sucking all the moisture out of it. Like it might, like as you're chewing it on it, like kind of get to that consistency. I don't know, but I would pass on them.
I would try it, but I wouldn't go out of my way. It'd be like if I was like there and you're like, "Yo, I got a deep fried, a freeze dried peep. You want to try it?" I'd be like, I mean, they can't be worse. Like that's the attitude I would take.
Yeah, I mean, a circus peanut is technically just a slightly drier marshmallow than like the big air puffs, but other than that, like it's just a regular marshmallow.
They're
It's
almost like
definitely not
Lucky Charms. I feel
well,
like
well, Lucky Charms are freeze dried.
Yeah, and like
they're delicious.
that's why the way that they crunch, the way that they do, and then once they soak, they're like
They're
more
so
chewy.
good, though.
And that's why, like,
Lucky Charms is honestly one of my all-time favorite cereals, bro.
I'm not the biggest fan. I would be ridiculous if I said that I thought that they were like not good, because some of my favorite cereal in my life is like Frankenberry and Count Chocula, and they're not like that far
I
off.
will 100% say this: like the actual like cereal of Lucky Charms isn't good, but
It's like shitty Cheerios.
Yeah, but it accompanied with the marshmallows.
it's the combination.
It's the combination that, because like I wouldn't want just the marshmallows either, because that would just be fucking too much. As much as I would still love that, that would be fucking awesome. Because what I would do is I'd just take those marshmallows and then just pour them in with a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Well, we've already
Charms, bro.
We've already shown.
Because that's what I end up doing anyway. Is I put Honey Nut Cheerios in my Lucky Charms.
We can get you some fucking cereal marshmallows.
Yeah, but I want to know that they're the Lucky Charms ones, bro.
He wants to know that
I
they're
want my heart
General
stars,
Mills,
horseshoes,
bro.
clovers, and blue moons, bro. Pots and golden rainbows.
They dropped one of them now and replaced it with a unicorn. Sorry to break that news to you.
Yeah. But I'm honestly
remember what it is
surprised
now.
I got all of them in order like I just did.
Pots of golden rainbows and the red balloons.
Oh, that's the
Red balloons, yep.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but they dropped one of them for the unicorns. I think it might be pots of gold. So now it's unicorns and rainbows and the red balloons.
That's so stupid.
I mean, I'll say this.
Are they trying to curb the leprechaun stereotype? Is that what they're doing?
Listen,
Yeah, all the pro leprechaun people out there fighting battles.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that. I know that they love to just swap some out for other random things once in a while. And I will say, they did a good job on it. Like, it's a pretty good looking unicorn. And it does make some funny colors when it starts to, get sog up a little bit. So, I'll give it some credit for that. But yeah, like, I'm totally.
I really hope
enough.
I have some Lucky Charms in my pantry right now, because
I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch open.
Yo, I have another Cinnamon Toast Crunch news item for you. It's gonna probably fuck with you.
They have a banana one?
No, did you know that they just did a collaboration with somebody who you would never think should be making breakfast cereal? They just teamed up with Totino's Pizza Rolls. Yeah. This is not an April Fool's joke, obviously, people. We're recording this at the very, very end of January. You'll definitely be hearing this before April. This is 100% a fact. You guys can Google this shit. Matter of fact, hold on, because I actually have a browser window and a computer that won't die. I'm going to pull this up for you.
Why? What are they going to do?
They literally made pizza roll flavored Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, what? The fuck out of here, man. That's just stupid.
I would have rather have had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch
pizza roll.
Yeah.
With just no pizza in it.
Yeah, just like the cinnamon toast like filling with maybe like a pack of some fucking icing, like a toaster strudel. Right, that honestly kind of sounds fire.
That would be pretty fire, actually.
It does.
It sounds way better than pizza flavored cereal.
So I think this is just like this is definitely a gimmick for marketing. Here we go. Pulling it up so now you guys can see this, right?
Yeah.
So here we go. Pizza flavored cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch teams up with Totino's for bold new mashup. This is from People, as in People Magazine, people.com. But yeah, very limited run. They're giving them away for free. And so basically, I think what we're getting here is like cinnamon and like probably the pizza spice from a like a pizza Pringle, if you will.
Dude, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Who wants fucking pizza cinnamon toast crunch?
And I mean,
Like,
as you can
honestly.
see, it's not even a bag the size. Like here, pull up a picture, big size. Like it's not even like a normal box of cereal size bag. It's a very small like snack size bag, 170 calories per serving. It looks like here on the little corner. But yeah, very weird one that I found out about, and I was like, yo, I gotta show the guys this because that's a wild combo.
Yeah, I'm totally out on that combo.
Yeah, I'm crazy enough that like if I had a friend who got one and was like, hey, I got it, you want to try it? I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'll give it a go. Give me a couple of pieces, I'll knock them back. Let's see what it is. But I'm like, even though they're giving it away for free, I'm still not interested in trying to get one.
Yeah, I'm out.
Fucked my brain up, dude.
Yeah, right. You know, I
Because
love
all I'm
to
trying to
keep the
do
snack
is just
news.
imagine what
Pizza
that
and cinnamon toast crunch. Yeah.
like. How? First off, what does it taste like? And second, like, how does that even work?
Like I can't imagine putting cinnamon in my you know what I mean, in like a pizza sauce. I can't see cinnamon and tomato really happening very well for me.
I don't understand it.
I mean, this is a great marketing gag, and maybe this is going to lead us into James's idea.
Well, the only way that I could see that working is if there was no cinnamon sugar on it, and it was like the essence of the cinnamon toast crunch, like as a vehicle to hold the pizza flavored fucking spices, but no cinnamon and sugar are really in it.
And I wonder if they're like marketing to eat it dry and not with milk.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and that's why it looks like it's in like a chip bag vibe.
Yeah, it's definitely looks like it's meant to be a dry snack.
But then the front, like or on the front of that package, it showed a fucking bowl with milk.
So here we go.
So that's why I was like, I don't know.
From their marketing package, it says, this pizza-flavored cereal is a match made in mashup heaven, with bold flavors featuring the irresistible Cinnadust from Cinnamon Toast Crunch, paired with the savory pizza taste you know and love from Totino's Pizza Rolls, served up in a pizza delivery box-inspired package for limited time for the ultimate experience. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Most people are agreeing it seems like it's going to be something better off to just eat, dry as a snack. It definitely doesn't seem like something we want to mix with, milk.
That's the whole other thing too. Is like not only do cinnamon and stuff like pizza just not sound good together, but then like pizza and milk, bro. What? But I do also know people in my life, like my mother, for instance, who loves like when she eats spaghetti, she likes to have a glass of milk. Doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Somebody once pointed out that, like, going to school, like, those early grades, they literally had us drinking milk with all of these meals. And it's like, how we eating pizza and then washing it down
I don't know
with
about
chocolate
you,
milk?
Sean, but I ain't never drink that milk.
Oh, I did every day at school lunch.
You know what I did with that shit? I'd take it and we use them puppies like fucking water balloons, bro.
Oh
No, the only experience I ever had with bag milk before I knew it was a thing in Canada, Chris.
yeah.
You get the
We
little
never had
fucking
bag milk. We
square
just got
fucking.
these little cartons.
We had bagged milk for a period of time, and then he'd either have to like stab it with a straw, or most kids would just bite the corner off, and then we just sit there and shoot each other with it like fucking chocolate milk squirt guns or regular milk squirt gun. And then
Yeah,
eventually
we
they
had
went
just
back to cartons.
these little mini paper cartons.
Yeah, they went
the whole
back to
time I was in
that
school.
over time. But I just
I can
remember,
imagine why.
like, in elementary school, bro, we had the little bag of milk.
I do remember these weird juice cups though that they would have as well. They'd just be this like plastic cup with aluminum foil,
Yep.
and we would just stab a straw through that.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I would just like bite through it. I just like put it up to my mouth, bite through
Put
it, drink
a
that
tooth through
shit.
it, just put a little canine
man.
through it real quick. On either side, like you're fucking opening up a can. You gotta have one for it to breathe out of, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And of course, don't forget, friends, and at least in the USA, the USDA classifies pizza as having one serving of vegetables because of tomato sauce. So,
Dude,
that's one serving
honestly,
of
bro,
vegetables for school lunch kids.
I think I'm one of those people that literally could survive solely on pizza.
I've done it for periods longer than I would like to admit.
Oh yeah, dude. Like in my early 20s, bro, it's pretty much all I ate was pizza.
Dude, when I was at university, most of the time, I was eating like steamed hot dogs or fucking 99-cent slices of pizza.
There's pizza in different forms and variations.
Yep.
From you know hot pocket to French bread to legit slices to
Bagel bites.
Nah, not a big bagel bite guy. And honestly, I hate Totino pizza rolls.
What?
I do not like the sauce, bro, at all.
There's more than just that.
I
Although
don't like it.
Their buffalo chicken one's so fire.
They have a
and
bacon
here's the thing too.
cheeseburger one, don't they?
And here's the thing too. Hot take. I'm not into these other kind of sauce pizzas. I'm a standard, red sauce, cheese, pepperoni. I'm not really into like a buffalo chicken pizza. I'm not into like a chicken Alfredo pizza or like Hawaiian barbecue pizza or any of that.
Chicken barbecue.
None of that. None of it.
Me neither. I'm with you.
If I want pizza, that's not what I'm wanting. You know what I mean?
I will say though,
not saying that any of them are bad. You know what I mean? Or they taste bad or anything. It's just that's not what like I'm aiming.
Yeah, you don't want that as pizza.
You know what I'm saying?
That's reasonable.
If I'm getting pizza,
exactly.
I want a nice traditional slice. You know what I mean? Whether that's just standard cheese or your standard pepperoni. Honestly, I'm a big pepperoni and sausage guy. That's like my favorite. Maybe toss some black olives on there if you want to spice it up a little bit. That's my go-to, dude. Anyways, why were we talking about pizza? Oh yeah, I could survive on pizza.
Yeah,
dude. I honestly I
we were
can't.
talking about it because of cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah,
pizza.
I can't do hot pockets anymore though. Because, dude, there was a point in time where I literally had a hot pocket for like lunch every day for, I would say, at least 4 or 5 years at work. Like that would be what I took every day was a fucking hot pocket, bro. And now I eat them and I just can't do it. I don't know if maybe it's something they changed over the years or something, but like I just can't do it anymore.
I get it.
And
those pepperoni are bunk as fuck now.
And one thing I'm super bummed about too is how you can get the little personal like Red Baron style like or pan pizza or whatever. There used to be this company that what were they called? I forgot the fucking name of them, but there was a specific brand of them that we'd be able to get, dude. And you get like a box of like fucking, I don't know, there'd probably be like 12 of them in a box or whatever, dude. But dude, I used to fucking cook up 2 of those bad boys in the microwave, dude. Pop them in for like 2 minutes. Dude, they're some of the best little personal fucking pizzas that you could find, and I can't find them anywhere anymore. I think they may have gotten discontinued or something. Now I have to spend the fucking upcharge to get the 4 in a box of the Red Baron ones, which are pretty good. But dude, for the price that I'd be able to get like 12 of them, it's such a bummer.
New
And I
England
eat them
bar
2 at a
style
time,
pizza?
bro. So I buy one of those things of fucking Red Barons that has 4 of them, and they're gone in 2 days. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, dude.
It's like out here, because New England bar style pizza is a thing. Like, there are actual small restaurants that actually make and freeze these pizzas and then sell them like in the frozen section. So like I can go and get the pizza from Cape Cod Pizza Kitchen and just heat it in my oven, and boom, I have their bar pizza. So like we could do that around here
There's
too.
this
which is
one
just-
pizza place. I don't know if we have it down here, but I went to it a few times when I was in Oregon, and it's like a similar type of thing to where it's like you like call up and order your pizza, and they put everything together or whatever, but you take it home and cook it yourself. And it's actually some really solid pizza.
Yo,
And
like,
it's
so,
kind of
like,
nice because that way, by the time you get it home and you bake it, it's actually nice and fucking fresh. Or you can actually buy a couple of them and take them home and freeze them if you want.
So that's the crazy shit about this, is that like there's a place called Emma's as another example, and it's literally like excuse me, it's these pizzas pre-made and then frozen like in their own like personal warehouse and then shipped to, so like my local Walmart has these damn pizzas. It's freaking weird.
I want
In the freezer section, DiGiorno and then some local dude. You're like, whoa, this is a trip. Shout out to Emma's. He does make a good bar pizza.
You know what else I could go for right now, bro? Since we're talking about pizza, some fucking wings, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna get those tomorrow.
Go for some wings heavy right now.
I fucks with chicken, regardless. But with all of that, it is time for us to go grab a snack and call it an end. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging with us here on the Shedtime Podcast. We appreciate all y'all out there in listening land. So, do please give us a like and a follow if you haven't already. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to Uncle Chris.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you as always. Hopefully you guys are checking out SHEDTimePodcast.com. Hopefully you guys are coming by the Frames Jenkins Vapor YouTube channel, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Times on Fridays for the green room. And hopefully you guys are just having a good week, good year, good month, good day, all those things. So everybody just be safe. And I can't remember what I say next. So then I just say, live your best life.
All right.
Jamie.
So with that
high,
being
boys.
said,
bad.
me too, bro. Me too. Shout out to all the Shedheads for all you guys' support. We greatly appreciate you guys. Make sure you're leaving those 5-star reviews on all those podcasting platforms. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Other than that, check us out on Friday, like Chris said, over my YouTube channel. With that being said, I'm at it like I always do, sending out those positive vibes, crisp by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them in a little bag or dab will do ya. John?
That's a fact, friends. ShedTimePodcast.com has links to everything, Frames, Jenkins Vapor Channel, and so much more. So check it on out. With that, I'm going to tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun. It's the Shed Time Podcast. It's time to blow one up and blow one out.
Dude. My dad just scared the fucking shit out of me, dude.